And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're gonna get started, guys. And I know that there's some people that were gonna come on board. They were having issues with the link, but we're gonna start it anyways. And then we're gonna record it so that those that didn't make it on time, we could just send them the link. But anyways, guys, I'm super excited. This is my first meeting in a while that I'm actually doing it online, going back to building on a national scale, which is exciting. And in the house with me here, we have Andres Vernay, who's one of our managers here at the Davenport office, and we also have Tana Piccolo, who is here as well. And Tana, man, I'm so excited to work with her. She's super coachable. 1 month, in the first month in the business, she's already back rocking and rolling. She got fully licensed already, and she's become a manager, on her way to vice president. No question it's going to happen. We're shooting for March, so that's kind of like the time frame. But I'm pretty sure she's going to probably do a little bit before that because she's on fire. So I'm excited to be working with her. So guys, just give you a little bit of background on myself. This is actually my space, right? The internet marketing is my space. I spent from 1995 to 2011 in real estate, on the kitchen table, selling houses. In 2011, I got the memo that the real estate market had crashed a few years earlier. I didn't catch it on time. But anyways, was able to get it in transition into internet marketing in 2011, started with the energy business, and in 2016 transferred into the financial services business, right? The reason why I joined the business was in 2016, the economy had crashed, and the real estate world had gone away from me, right? The network marketing companies that I had done from 2011 to 2016, in that 5-year period, every one of them crashed. Every one of them had an issue. Every one of them had a comp plan change. Every one of them had something, right? And in 2016, I was done. I'm done building sandcastles. I want to build something solid. And I had a conversation with a friend of mine that wasn't in Primerica before. He had been in Primerica since 1999. When he first approached me about it in 2009, he was making 200 grand a year, and that's kind of what I was wasting and spending on advertising budget, in real estate. So I didn't respect it in 2009, but in 2016, I was like, wait a minute. He's making about 200 grand a year, and he hasn't worked since 2005. That kind of like rang my bell at the moment. I'm like, okay, I got to pay closer attention to what he has to say. So I went to Atlanta, spent a few days with him, and really understood what building an agency was about, and helping out people. Simultaneously, at that moment in 2016, our real estate partner, one of our real estate offices in Orlando, Florida, funny enough, one of the partners died. And I sat with the widow a few days after the burial and all that stuff, right? And we were talking about, what are we going to do with that office? And she was clueless in business. And when I talked to the other partners, I'm like, dude, you guys, we should have had life insurance on bill, right? And so just so happened that they had joked about it 2 years earlier, and nobody ever pulled the trigger and got life insurance. So I was like, you know what? If our senior leadership is not having a conversation about life insurance and protecting their families, right? Because most of the times, you have one person in the family who's like this profession, right? Especially in realtors, right? We talk about that a lot. The realtor has gone through their licensing process, has gone in the field, has gotten coached by their company, has learned that skill set. Maybe the spouse doesn't have that skill set, or it'll take a long time for that spouse to get that skill set, right? As an example. And what I realized was that we need to insure those people, because it's not like we're trying to get our families ultra wealthy, right? Although life insurance is the fastest way to create, an estate, right? But the idea is income protection, right? Protect that income, make sure that there's continuity of life. So I was leaving Orlando back to Miami, that 4-hour drive. I started thinking, if my leadership doesn't have it, none of my realtors have it. Right? None of my realtors have life insurance, and if they don't have it, they're not having this conversation with John and Mary Buyer, right? And John and Mary Buyer is an easy conversation. They've worked 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 100 days with that buyer to get them into the house. After they close, they can come back and have a very simple conversation. John and Mary, you just signed a $300,000 mortgage, $200,000, $500,000, whatever. You just signed a mortgage. Who pays that off in case one of you are not here, right? And we'll talk about that here in the presentation. So anyways, a light bulb clicked in my head. I'm like, if I got it, all of my agents can get licensed, right? And we can go and have this conversation with the clients, and they can get a check, right? We protect the client, and then because of the override income, I'm going to show you guys business income, right? then I can get a check. And that, ultimately, that's how we kind of got to where we are today. So in 2016, I started in Primerica. In 5 months and 28 days, which is the record. This is a publicly traded company, 42 years old. 5 months and 28 days, we hit vice president, right? Broke the record in the company. And my goal here, my job, I tell my guys all the time, my team members, ladies, guys, my only job in life is to produce vice presidents, right? Is to produce managers and then help them get to vice president, right? That's my goal. That's my job. So what I'm going to share with you guys today is an opportunity to use your license. And this group here that I'm talking to, you guys already have a license, right? It's inactive with the state of Florida. It's not qualified with somebody, but you actually are licensed right now. So one of the great things about it is, we have a background check and a startups, time and stuff like that. And for your guys, you don't even have to pay. It's $99 normally to get involved with Primerica, and we pay for all the licensing. And those of you guys who are licensed, like, I should have done it through Primerica because I paid for licensing fee, fingerprint, this, that, and the other, right? Like a lot more than $99. You guys usually pay $400 depending on the state, up to like $1,000 depending on some states. But here you don't have to pay anything to get in, right? Literally, we can get you working today and get you your license appointed in the next 24 or 48 hours and get you out in the field selling, making money with that license. Or we can get that license appointed and you can work with one of our team members, sending them referrals, and they can go out, close the business, and split the sale with you. So because you're licensed, I'm super excited to talk to this particular group, right? Because you're already licensed. So like in the next couple of days, we can start cashing checks, right? Both for you, our managers, and everybody in the organization. So this is really exciting. I'm going to go ahead and get right into the presentation, kind of share with you what makes us different than any other company that you can hang your license with right now, right? So let me go ahead and get right into the presentation here. So are we good to go with the screen? Can you see that second screen? All right, great. So let me get to my screen. Let's see here. Okay. No, I don't want to cancel the meeting. Let me minimize this. I don't know why it opened twice there. Give me 1 second, guys. Resume slideshow. Let me get out of here a second. Did I lose? I didn't lose anybody, right?
No.
All right. It was working, I promise. I just did it 2 seconds ago. But I'll fix it here. All right. Slideshow. Hold on. Let me make sure I'm sharing the screen. Am I sharing the screen there? All right. I got you. I know what I'm doing wrong. Here. You see, you don't have to be smart to make a lot of money here. All right. And this, let me just share my screen. Can you see the screen here? All right. And let me go ahead and share from the beginning. Okay.
At the bottom of the screen.
I don't see that. It's not responding. All right, if I change it this way? All right, cool. All right, so let's go through this and then I'll get it fixed and we'll do a better recording later. But want to make sure that you guys get the information. So here's the corporate office. We're in Duluth, Georgia, publicly traded on the New York Stock Exchange. Can you guys still hear me? Are we good? Leah, can you hear me? All right, cool. We're publicly traded on the New York Stock Exchange and one of the biggest, largest companies in the world when it comes to financial services, right? Right off the bat, I want to talk to you what's important here. The 4 ways of earning income. Guys, this is what makes us different than most other companies, right? you have an opportunity here not to come in as an employee, right? Most people hate having a job and hate having a boss. I tell everybody, I am not your boss, right? I'm the coach. I want to help you, develop your skill set, get you from point A to point B to point C, all the way to wherever you want to go in the business. But you're never going to be treated like an employee here, right? You're going to have an opportunity to build your own business, right? You start off self-employed because at the beginning, you're on your own, right? So you're going to be closing business. You're licensed already, so you're going to be able to close business and make money right away. Get you guys in a position to start helping families out, right? But ultimately, one of the benefits that we have here is that you have an opportunity to switch to the right side of this quadrant. You have an opportunity to become a business owner, okay? How do you do that? You go out there and you build a team, right? We're recruiting agents all the time. Guys, there's over 50,000 agents right now in the state of Florida who have a life insurance license who have no appointment, right? And there's over, I think it was like 300,000 in all parts of Florida, real estate agents that we can have a conversation with, right? So they can go out there and they can bring clients to the table. They can make money and we make money overriding them, right? Then if you have enough people on your team, you own a business, right? You own a business. And that's the idea of becoming a vice president here, right? So like I said earlier, my job is to get you to manager. A manager, you're self-employed, right? You're writing your business on your own pen, or you're sending business to your, to your partners here where we do the business, we close the business, you can have the commission. But ultimately, what I really want to see everybody do is build their team so they can become a business owner. In addition to that, once you join Primerica, once you get involved with us, you're going to have an opportunity, because you're already life licensed, you will have an opportunity to get your Series 6 and your Series 26 investment licenses, right? Primerica will pay for that. That's like $6,000 worth of licensing. Primerica is going to pay on your behalf to help you get licensed. Then you're going to be able to do the entire gamut of products, which we'll show you in a little bit. Most importantly, at the end, either for yourself, for your clients, and for everything that we're doing here, we teach people how money works so that your money works for you as an investor, right? So as an investor, you'll have money work for you, all right? So the 5 reasons why people get involved with Primerica is really simple. Number one, these are 5 legitimate reasons, right, that stop people from going to business with themselves. Most people don't want to start an agency or do their own thing because they don't have the capital, right? It takes a lot of money to start a business, right? Most people don't have the time. They feel like they're busy doing other stuff. Like I shared earlier, you have an opportunity here to join our team. Because you're licensed, right, you'll be able to send referrals. One of our managers will go out, treat your customer very well, right? Could be your friends, your family members, somebody you met at your job or whatever. We'll close the business and you can have the commission, right? So even if you don't have time, we have an opportunity for that, right? Another thing is lack of knowledge, right? Some people get worried that they don't have enough knowledge, right? One of the great things about my team personally is that we have developed some incredible leaders that will go out with you and teach you the business, right? So let's say you start off with us right now, and you're doing other stuff, but you start sending us business. We start sending us referrals. Our managers go out there, close business. You start getting those checks, right? And then you decide, you know what? I really want to learn how to help families out. I really want to learn how to put a financial portfolio together for families. I really want to learn this stuff. Well, our managers are going to go out with you and train you how to do it, because ultimately we want you to be able to do it on your own, right? And more importantly, to be able to do it on your own so good that you can teach other people to do it. So lack of knowledge stops people from getting into the business. Shouldn't stop people here. Some people believe too much risk, and then some people fear failure. Let's go one by one on these. So there's no real big investment to get started here, right? In your guys' case, everybody that's on the call, right, you're already licensed to the state of Florida, because you were not invited here unless you were licensed, right? Your license it actually is inactive. That's where we got your information from. So all we need to do is activate your license, right? So you're not going to pay the $99. But if you have friends, family members, people that you know that you want them to get involved with you, right, to get them in a position to start selling, they don't have to do what you did. They don't have to pay licensing fee, this fee, that fee, school fee, all that stuff. They just got to pay a one-time $99. And we pay for the state application, exam fee, processing fee, appointment fee, fingerprints, the whole 9 yards, right? Typically in the state of Florida, they're saying it costs about $3.99 to do all of this stuff, right? Now, on the right-hand side, you see the ultimate business support system. Guys, for $25 a month, you're going to have your entire back office to run your business. Everything from learning all of our products, compliance, payroll for you and payroll for your team. Everything is taken care of for that $25 a month, right? In addition to that, you're going to have a discount on your cell phone bill. You'll have your own website and business reporting. You have live on-demand video training. And I'm not sure if you can see here on your screen, but we also, once they're licensed, we give everybody access to Morningstar. Morningstar costs about $625 a month for this software, right? And that helps you understand mutual funds, help you understand, the performance, helps you put you in a position to advise your clients correctly. That software alone is $625 a month. I mean, it's crazy, the ability to build what you could do with your business here. And again, it's only $25 a month. So that eliminates the first not capital, right? Everybody has $25 a month to start their business, right? Your rent alone in most places is a few $100s, plus licensing and all that stuff. Secondly, don't have time. Like I said, we have a part-time opportunity, right? And we even have a spare time opportunity. We have a referral opportunity, right? So because you are licensed, you are in a position to start cashing checks pretty fast here, right? And you don't have to come on board full-time. Now, there is an opportunity to go from spare time to part-time, from part-time to full-time, from full-time management track, right? And there is an opportunity here. But we can start people off on a part-time basis. I want you to think about that real quick. How many people do you know in your life, right? Friends, family members in your sphere of influence who currently, if they pay an extra $1,000 a month, that will change their financial position. So those are the people that we are going to have a conversation with and help them get started in our agency, right? They start in our agency and then eventually will give live birth to their own agency if they decide to go the management track. Lack of knowledge. Again, guys, we have 40-year track record with this company. You learn as you go. You don't have to do everything on your own. As a matter of fact, if you were on this call, you probably were invited by somebody else, right? Because I didn't invite anybody to this call. So all of the people that are on this call, all the people that are watching the recording, were invited by somebody else, right? So it's a system that I, as a vice president, am training my team members, right, to do these presentations. And basically, how hard is the person that invited you on this call working right now, right? Think about that. That's the beauty of this business, right? Second, too much risk, guys. Here there is no risk, right? Your risk is that you might learn something, you might know how to make money and how to manage your own money, right? What I tell people all the time, especially my younger crowd, this is great resume candy, right? If you don't do anything at all in the business, but you get all these licenses, you can pretty much go anywhere, write your ticket to anywhere you want to work. And then fear of failure. Guys, there's no risk here at all, right? The risk is you're not actually coming and plugging in and learning the business. But if you plug in, you will learn this business. All right, so real quick about the company. It's the largest financial independent servicing marketing organization in North America. We're approaching 130,000 licensed reps, listed on the New York Stock Exchange, guys. So one of the greatest things that I love about this company is that credibility is never going to be an issue for you, right? We've been in business since 1977, have more than 5 million lives insured, and over 2 million over 2 million investment clients. What that means for you is that you can walk into any house, any coffee shop, any office, anywhere in America, sit down and present your business with confidence, right? Because we are documented. Forbes most trustworthy companies, right? And Dalbar Mutual Fund Service Award for the past 15 years. And most recently, we have to put up the slide because it just happened last month. We're the top 20 companies for women to work for. We are actually doing a big women empowerment movement, October 19th, 2019. We're having an event in Orlando from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Where we have $1 million earners, ladies, who are coming to pour into our ladies. It's going to be awesome. We'll talk about that more at a different event, okay? So this is what we do. This is who we are. So you are licensed right now to do life insurance, okay? Again, you wouldn't be on this call if you're not licensed, right? You may think that your license has expired. It's not. It's still in the state of Florida. You may need to do some CEs, but we'll help you get that. And you can start cashing the checks on the top left-hand side of this page here, right? But then we're going to position you, if you decide, right, that you want to get those extra licenses, we're going to help you get your Series 6 and your 26. And then you'll be able to do all of the stuff on the right side of this, all your investments for clients, right, for corporations, restaurants, small businesses, real estate offices, realtors, right? All of these people that are walking around without a plan, and you can go in there, help them get a plan, and by the way, cash the check, right? Which is the cool part. If you look at 6 o'clock, right, the bottom, we have a phenomenal program. It's called Primerica Legal Protection Program. It costs $26 a month to the family, covers everybody in the family. And that program, that product, what it's going to do, it's going to give you an opportunity to have a lawyer 24/7, 365. In addition, every year, put together a will. So those of you guys who were actually selling life insurance for a while, you might have come across sometimes people that you sell them a life insurance policy and they don't have a will, or they don't have medical directives, or the insurance agent that sold them the product didn't do the full job. So here, you're not only able to sell them the life insurance and help them, you know, protect their family, but also put a will in place so that we're really taking care of the family, right? All right, cool. Let's keep it moving. Oh, and then on the 9 o'clock, if you will, 9 o'clock on your screen, you have Answer Financial and Vivint Home Smart Security. So Vivint is a security system for the home, right? You make an extra $200, $250 for recommending that product. But Answer Financial, we can help them with their home and auto insurance. The more money we can save them with home and auto or debt elimination, the more money they can then turn around and put in their investment accounts, right? Or the higher the life insurance policy they can purchase. So we help them save money so that they can buy all these other products and really take care of their family, okay? Our mission is to help families earn more income and become properly protected. They're free and financially independent. Guys, I'm not going to go through these slides in too much detail. They're here. You can see, you know, we'll email them to you so you can have it. You know the problems in America, guys. People are not financially educated. They don't have a game plan. They don't have a coach. They are in serious need for our product, okay? One of the things I love about this business is when you wake up in the morning, you go out and conduct your business, you're helping families with products and services that they need and they don't have, right? So it's huge, right? If you're a business person, business minded, right? If you're a realtor, a lot of times you'll talk to realtors. There's 50,000 people competing with you every day, right? One of the great things about this business is that we don't have competition. No other real company solid like we are is going after Main Street America, right? Charles Schwab, Merrill Lynch, all those big companies, they're handling the rich people, right? The really poor people are taken care of by the government. But there's a huge population that we can go out there and service, and by helping them out, we can get paid. How real and serious are these problems? Very serious, right? So what we do is we create a game plan for the family, right? We create a financial GPS for the family. And this is called an FNA, Financial Need Analysis. And again, your manager will train you how to do this, how to perform this at the house, right? Husband and wife, you're going to put together a game plan for them and come back and offer them solutions to their problems. And when they buy, because they are going to buy, 9 out of 10 will buy, you get a check, okay? Income protection. How we sell life insurance, we sell it as income protection, right? To our real estate community, we talk about mortgage protection, but it's ultimately the same thing. If you had a toaster, and the toaster on the 1st and the 15th popped out $2,000, would you like that toaster? Yeah, you probably love that toaster, right? Now, would you insure that toaster? Absolutely. Unfortunately, there's no such toaster, but the money machine for your family is you. So if it makes sense to insure an imaginary toaster, wouldn't it make sense to insure your income? Guys, that's how easy it is to sell life insurance, right? Again, that's our main bread and butter product. We go out there, we're going to help a lot of people out, a lot of families out. This one actually, it gets convoluted because it's a couple of slides in there. But here's a real life example, right? You have John and Mary. John and Mary, each one of them have a $3,500 a month income. And that income protects, it pays for the mortgage, the car, the insurance, credit cards, utilities, groceries, childcare, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So they have $7,000 worth of bills because they have $7,000 worth of income. And that's the story of America. If you have $5,000 coming in, you have $5,000 going out, right? And if you're in real estate, you have $5,000 going in, $12,000 going out, right? So what we do for families is we protect that income. So in this case, John is no longer with us, so that $3,500 that John was bringing in would not come in anymore. But because they got income protection, because they got life insurance, we were able to set a plan so that Mary and baby Jane continue to get that $3,500 that John would have produced if he would have been alive, right? So there is no change in life. I'm the story. My dad died when I was 12. You know, we try to figure out how to bury him. We try to figure out how to survive, right? How many times have you gotten a call, such and such person in your family, friends, you know, may have passed away, no life insurance. Now we're putting together a fundraiser to collect money to bury them, or putting together a fundraiser to protect, you know, to send little Jane to school or whatever, you know, to help Mary out, right? Theory of decreasing responsibility, guys, is very simple. On early on in life, your biggest problem is that you may die too soon. Your family needs that income protection. However, later on in life, the biggest problem that we're seeing, especially those of you guys in Florida, right? You guys see a lot of seniors, 80, 90, 100, 140 years old working at Walmart, right? So there's a problem because we're living longer, and a lot of people are outliving their money. So you can get your Series 6 and 26 license. Again, we pay for it, and go out there and help these families put together a game plan so they do not outlive their money. Okay? This is ultimately what we do. We create a solution, build a financial house. The bottom floor, the foundation of any financial game plan is going to be term life insurance. It's going to be their income protection, right? So I believe, and the philosophy of this office is you can go out there and you can close business your first night, especially life insurance, right? Because we're going to come back and we're going to put together a game plan for them. We're going to do an F&A. We're going to put together the actual whole game plan for them. And we're going to put them in a position that 20, 30, 40 years from now, they can retire comfortably. However, if between today and next Tuesday when I come back, something happens to John or Mary, I want to be able to come back with a check. I want to be able to come back and say, you know what? Thank you for giving me the opportunity to sit down and explain to you guys what we can do. And because of that, I was able to put you guys in a income protection program, life insurance, and I was able to come back with a check, right? So that's why term life insurance is going to be the foundation. Then the rest of the stuff we're going to put together with their financial need analysis and working and building that relationship with the client. So how Primerica helps family. This is John and Mary, right? We talked about them earlier at 35 years old. Before the F&A, you know, they had very little life insurance. They had a coverage of $100,000 a piece. They're paying $225 a month with an understanding that 30 years from now, they're going to have $76,000 in an account that they can borrow against. Now, I know some of you guys come from the whole life insurance world, and there's a philosophy thing that you and I have to sit down on a one-on-one. But understand this: that family before Primerica had very little coverage. They had a savings account that they could borrow against, and the retirement plan was at the bank, right? Earning 1.5%. We walked in there, and because we're going to get you licensed, listen up, this is important. Because we're going to get you licensed, not only in life, but also your Series 6 and 26, so investments, you're going to make money at the life insurance, big money coming in out of the gate, but then you're going to make nice trails and build your assets under management and be in a position where you build a book of clients that pay you residual income for the rest of your life. Right? I joke about it all the time. My family is from Cuba, right? My DNA is to be under a palm tree, right, on the beach. I'm not supposed to be working this hard, right? So because I'm duly licensed and because I'm going to duly license you guys, right, the idea is we're going to go out and help families. We're going to do the right things for the family, but eventually, either A, you build a team and that team sells business, and we'll talk about that in a second, where you make an override, or B, or B, you help enough families and you have enough assets under management where that income continues to come in month after month after month, way after you are no longer excited about working in the field, right? So an average district leader, on an average case, if you help John and Mary with their life insurance needs, right? Again, this is a very, very part-time opportunity. For those of you guys who are licensed, you can get there pretty fast. District leader, we call them managers around here. Per policy, on average, you're making about $442, right? In my team, it's a little bit higher. This is the company a brochure, right? But the reality is about 500 bucks, right? So if you help 2 families, you make close to 1,000, and 3 families close to 1,500, right? But that's on your pen. This is like the real estate model. I'm not going to go too much into it because if you're on this phone call, right, you have a life insurance license, so you understand how the agency works, right? The broker in a real estate company has unlimited income, unlimited security, unlimited time freedom, right? If they want to make more money, then you just bring in more agents. However, in a real estate model, if a broker promotes an agent, if an agent goes out and becomes a broker, that broker becomes what? Broker, right? Broker. So we have a model that you can recruit people, build them up, send them out as brokers, right, as vice presidents, and still get paid here over and over and over for the rest of their career and for the rest of your career. So how we get paid? You earn $400 every time you help a family like John and Mary. How many times would you help a family like John and Mary, right? And again, guys, if you're on this call just to make an extra $400, you're probably in the wrong call, right? We want to help you build a business, right? So you're going to help other people learn how to do this and become a vice president. As a vice president, if you go out there and you help John and Mary, same little policy, now you make about 972 bucks, right? As a vice president. But more importantly, you've trained a lot of agents, and your agents are selling business. They're making those $500 checks, and you're making that $530 override. So that's the conversation that I want to have with you. I want to have a conversation of you could come in as a referral spare time agent, right? And we love you. We're going to split the commission with you. You make some money. But some of you guys are going to want to become managers. Some of you guys are going to want to move up the rank, promote managers, and become vice presidents. Some of you guys may want to promote vice president, become senior vice president, national director of sales, senior national sales director and above, right? And we love everybody. We have an opportunity here for you to come in, understand the business model, help people come into your business, understand the business model, and watch this. We can do this 100% from home. The average regional vice president in the company, if they're doing their personal and doing some business through their team, right? This is like a full-timer scenario one where the vice president is out in the field closing a lot of the business, right? And has a really small team, make about $51,000 a year, right? However, if you build a little team and that team becomes a bigger team, right? The average vice president of the company makes about $100,000 a year, okay? What are we here to do is to build RVPs and promote RVPs, right? That's where I'm at right now in my career. In the next 3 months, I'm looking to identify who are the people who are really going to go and become RVPs in 2020. And in 2020, we're going to promote out of some RVPs. With 3 RVPs, I make $100,000 a year. You, as a senior vice president, will make about $300,000 a year, and you qualify for ownership, meaning that your business is your business for you, and then to your kids, and then to your kids' kids, and then kids' kids, and so on and so forth. By the way, that makes us unique. No other business that I know of in the industry, you can't go to work to Merrill Lynch, build a book of business, walk away, and keep that book of business. The moment you walk away, you lose. That goes back to the company, and all that work that you've done years after years, you lose it. Here, once you hit $300,000 a year, you qualify for ownership. That is your income for the rest of your life and your kids' life, and it continues to grow. Because guess what? RVP number 1, who's at $100,000 a year, they may go to 200, 300. So that income continues to grow. RVP 2 will go to 200, 300,000. RVP 3, let's say RVP 3 stays up. As many people grow, the more their paycheck grows, the faster and higher your paycheck grows. In summary, we have a part-time opportunity. You can start here, low cost. In your case, guys, if you're on this call, it's no cost, right? You don't pay the $99 of your license. We just simply appoint your license, right? Warm market referral systems. Depending on where you're at, like if you're down in Tampa or something, we're going to help you if you decide to become a manager. And as we recruit laymen, I call them laymen, meaning people that are not in the industry, we're going to need field trainers. So if you're out in Bellevue, right, and we recruit somebody in that area, and we can put them under you so you can go out there and field train them, you make all that commission. So that's a great extra opportunity, right? Opportunity to become a regional vice president, develop teams of RVPs, and qualify for ownership. Okay. So question is, what interests you the most, the sales side or the sales and leadership? And now what I want you to do is, I want you to get back to the person who invited you on this call, right? Tell them, listen, I'm interested in the sales side, right? I just want to get my license activated again. I want to be in a position to go out there and talk to families and help them and protect them and make that extra income. Or, hey, Tana, hey, Andres, hey, John, hey, whoever it was that invited, right? I am interested in sales, but I also, talk to me a little bit more about this leadership thing. How do I become a manager? How do I become a field trainer? How do I become a vice president, right? And we'll be happy to have that conversation with you. So your next step is very simple. If it makes sense, you're going to submit your IBA. Again, if you don't have a license, which is nobody in this call because you can only be on this call if you have a license. If you don't have a license, $124 to get started. If you do have a license, only $25 for your back office, right? Start that licensing process. You guys are already licensed. So in your case, you go from 1 to step 3. Get trained and sprint to district manager. Get to manager as fast as humanly possible. Let me see here. So guys, I am going to stop the recording. And for those of you guys who are here live, I'm going to go ahead and answer any questions that you may have. And again, guys, I'm excited to expand this agency. We're really going to do a big push in the next 90 days across the state of Florida. That's where we're at right now. So if you're on this call, thank you for taking time out of your schedule. Let's go ahead and have a quick conversation and answers. I can answer any questions, and then I'm going to send you back to the person who invited you so they can help you get started.